Good evening and happy Sunday. My name is Dawn Reinhardt, and I am here for my normal 5:30 p.m. Sunday book reading. And I do this every Sunday. I have been late a few times, but I very much so try not to be, because there are many people that like to join and learn from this. Okay, we are reading a book by an author, Julie Lee, and it is called I See You. And it's a book about how compassion and connection saves lives. Okay, I'm going to do a little housekeeping here before we get started. If you join and you see the red live button at the top, you are coming in live. Please say hi and let me know that you're here. If you come in and you don't see that, you are catching the replay. Please put hashtag replay so that I know that you stopped by. If you find that this content is something your friends or family would do great to learn or would be very interested in, there's a button in the lower left-hand corner that rhymes with care. If you would shine this out and shine it, that would be wonderful. So, hi Laura, thank you for joining. Hello Renessa, thank you for joining. All right, so I've got a little mess here on my desk. Got to get it cleaned up, but gosh, we are so close to getting done on this book. Look at this, wow. So we are on a new chapter today. It's chapter 12. And this is called Slowing Down. Mom, let's pretend I'm the Grinch and you're the monster, said Sam at age 4. I dread playing imagination games with my kids. Doing puzzles, playing board games, and reading books, I'm your girl. But the games my kids come up with, where I'm forced to play some made-up character they've come up with and say exactly what they tell me to, word for word, that turns my brain into mush. I feel like I'm back in science class, praying the school bell will ring so I can leave the torture chamber. One reason I struggle to play imagination games is I feel like nothing's getting done. With a puzzle or a board game or a book, I can see what's being accomplished. I can measure the progress as we assemble the puzzle pieces, move across a board game, and turn the pages of a book. Playing robot dragons who can't decide if they want to be good or bad guys, it feels like nothing's getting done, just playing. During a recent conversation with me, Rob pulled a cup from the cupboard, turned to get the milk out of the fridge, and turned back to fill the cup. The cup was gone. I had already rinsed the cup and loaded it in the dishwasher, all while gabbing about something. I really like being productive. An empty glass screams, "Put me away!" I also drive Rob crazy sometimes. There are a few things I love more than crossing off something on a to-do list. I live for getting stuff done. We gotta talk about that after this. That's so me. Learning the art of slowing down has helped me see others. Uh-oh. I got a to-do. I can see it coming. Learning the art of slowing down has helped me see others. Kids are great at teaching us how to slow down. They love to take their time, even if it's the simplest tasks. For a productivity junkie like myself, it's hard to stay patient when it takes them 5 minutes to do a task like buckle their car seat belt, in which I could have done in 5 seconds. Most of my life, I saw staying ultra busy as a strength. I packed my calendar so tight to ensure I was always doing something that I felt productive. I thought it was smart to overbook myself so I felt challenged and never stay idle. The problem with keeping a relentless pace is it leaves little room for other people and their needs. Learning to press pause. My hips hips began hurting after I gave birth to my second child. When I could no longer ignore the pain, I sought out professionals. Massage therapists, chiropractors, physical therapists, orthopedists. I learned I have something called hypermobility, or as my orthopedist affectionately said, "You're like Gumby." The joints in my shoulders and hips and knees don't stabilize properly under impact exercise like jumping and running. My muscles try to compensate for my wiggly joints, creating stress and pain in those areas. I was going to have to adjust the way I exercise. Oh gosh, that would suck. Hang on, I lost my place. Oh, I had to slow down. I was afraid and frustrated. I love the release of endorphins I get after a high-impact workout. Getting my heart rate up helps keep my mental health in a good spot. I was worried if I slowed down, my body produce the same euphoric chemicals? I'm happy to report it actually did. As I modified my exercise, I was able to intentionally focus my form on body resistance. I flexed my muscles tighter. I kept good posture. I used my breath to push through challenge movements. Low-impact workouts made me feel stronger than ever, and my heart rate was still high enough to release endorphins. I am falling in love with slowing down and working out with intention. A low-impact way of life. We live in a time of endless information and opportunities begging for our attention. We can easily cram our lives with work and entertainment, but we can find a better way to live. If we want to see others, we have to be willing to slow down our pace of life. We have to carve out time to just be together. The New York Times best-selling author Jerry Spinelli writes, "You haven't lived until you have basked in the adoration of people." Basking doesn't strike me as a rushed action. Basking is relaxing and enjoying and savoring. To see people, we have to take the time to be with them. With my father's mental illness making it hard for him to work at times, our family struggled financially. One day when I was still small, the doorbell rang. My mother opened the door to find a pair of brand new dress shoes exactly my size. While she never knew who left the shoes on the porch that day, my mom suspected it was someone from our church congregation. She'd wondered if they'd She wondered if they had helped me put my shoes on in the children's class, perhaps. They noticed that my shoes were too tight. Mom felt seen that day, and I loved my special new shoes. A stranger that I had wished I could thank slowed down enough to notice a little girl who needed bigger shoes. They slowed down enough to see the parents who were struggling to put food on the table. The stranger wasn't too distracted by a never-ending to-do list or a ringing phone. They lived slowly enough to see what was right in front of them, a family in need. I will never forget the story of my new shoes. I am inspired by this stranger's ability to slow down enough to see a child and a family who needed some hope. What really matters? When Amy told us that her cancer had relapsed, I had to remind myself to breathe. After 9 months of remissions, the cancer was back, this time her liver. She was given 1 or 2 years to live. After I hung up the phone with her, I asked Rob to give me a few minutes alone. He took care of the kids while I let myself feel. I was going to lose my sister, my confidant, and one of my greatest role models. She taught me how to be a mom. She taught me how to treat people with compassion. She taught me what it meant to be a committed spouse. We had been through so much together. I couldn't picture a life without her. I collapsed on the carpet. I began hitting and punching my bedroom floor. I listened to sad music. I cried and I cried and I cried. I knew one thing immediately. I had time. I had time for her. Time to go on walks with her. Time to soak in the humor and the grace. From that day forward, my activities became more deliberate and meaningful. While I was heartbroken at the thought of losing Amy, my life felt richer because I slowed down to see what, and more important, who was the most important. Giving ourselves the time to love others is perhaps the greatest gift we can give. Just like low-impact exercise can help us move with greater precision, slowing down can allow us to feel love more intensely and not less. The bottom line, slowing down gives us space to see other people and create meaningful connections with them. Wow. Wow. That was, sorry, I just dropped a brush. I try to keep my clean brushes put up, and I think I have those in the wrong spot. But that was an incredible chapter. The idea, and hello, Cheryl, thanks for joining. So I think it is important to slow down, you know, and you know what, I can tell you, the last 2 days, I felt like I was working to complete to-do lists, right? Just working. I think I was like the author was in the beginning, you know, wanting to do everything to feel productive, to do all those lists and check them off, right? Where reading this chapter reminded me that it is important to slow down. And it is important to see others. And create meaningful connections with them. That is deep. That is so deep. Wow. Slowing down gives us the space to see other people and create meaningful connections with them. So what this honestly tells me is, my message tonight is for me to slow down, take a moment, and see some other people. And I know who those people are. I do. And see them, talk to them, and just take that time, right? Stop my to-do list, stop what's got to be done, and just do it. How beautiful is that, to be reminded at a moment like this what's important, right? Whew, gets me teary, because yeah, what is important, right? What's important? It's really not to-do lists. It's not to get everything done that was on your list today, right? It is slowing down and seeing other people and creating meaningful connections. So how are you, Cheryl? How are you, Laura? How are you, Renessa? Right? what's going on in your world. I really do hope everything is okay. And gosh, if you need to talk, I'm here. Because I've got time for you. I do. So, I think that was a very, 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 very good chapter today. And I hope you guys got something from it as well. It was pretty amazing. All right. Well, that is it for the ICU book tonight. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. We will start next Sunday with chapter 13, Loving with Intensity. Oh, she just gets better and better as these chapters go on. And I'm so excited. We only have a few more chapters to go to. We're on 13. Oh, gosh, we are close. Got to get through 19, I think. I think 19 is our last chapter. Nope, 20. Chapter 21. We're on chapter 13, and we got to get to chapter 21. So next Sunday at 5:30, we will be on chapter 13 of the ICU book, and it is about how compassion and connection saves lives. And the chapter will be about loving with intensity. Okay? And the reminder for today, the bottom line of our chapter that we just finished, is about slowing down and how it gives us the space to see other people and create meaningful connections with them. So that's our takeaway, I hope. All right? So everybody, please, please, please have a blessed evening. I hope your weekend was beautiful and amazing as always. And please, 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 take these glasses off. I'm not reading anymore. All right. So please stay happy, healthy, and safe until I see you guys Monday. All right. Have a beautiful evening and please stay safe. Mwah. No transfer. I know it's amazing. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.